Yo, what's up guys? How we doing? Hope everyone's well. Let me just check YouTube's working. Should be working. Can you guys hear me? Alright, that's how we're good. Right, let's get back to the bots. Let me know if you guys have any questions as always. I'm going to be working on this bot in the background, which is coming together, like it's getting there. So before I managed to get it to start showing graphs. Let me create a new token. Go away. Alright, let me do this on the side because I have some issues right here. There we go. Super Gamer, what's up? When I choose to retarget, Facebook says audience still under 1,000. Can I use it? Yeah, still use it. What's basically happening is that Facebook can't identify how many people in your audience for various reasons. Most of it's down to the fact that because of tracking, it's very difficult to attribute people. And so Facebook will often say, like, your audience size is less than 1,000. And actually, if you create an ad set for top of funnel and you add exclusions, what you'll notice is that it says it can't tell you the estimated audience size. So just ignore it. Use these like indicators from Facebook as kind of like a suggestion. Don't actually like follow up on it, because you'd be surprised, like most of the time their indicators are wrong. Rough cost per click for solicitors, I couldn't tell you that. Yeah, I don't run ads for solicitors right now. I run ads in another legal niche that's like claiming money. Well, it's technically tax. The cost per click there is about 58 pence. I last checked. I don't know what it is right now, but it kind of hovers between 50 to 65. But the cost per lead is what you really want to be looking at, not the cost per click. You shouldn't really optimize for traffic. You should optimize for conversions, ideally. Ethan, what's up, man? How you doing? I am coming down with the flu, so you have to excuse me if I'm coughing. What kind of ads do you put in your top of funnel, bottom funnel? Top of funnel has a lot of variations, so it'll be a mixture of static, UGC video, carousels, instant experience ads. And once you get into like getting past testing, you know what's working, then obviously you would just do what works for you. But top of funnel is all about just trying to bring attention to your brand. So you try different hooks. You want to be authentic. And then bottom of funnel, you got two options. Well, actually you got three options. You either go down the route of doing like discounts. That devalues your brand. Be careful, like you don't want to be showing retargeting offers to people straight away. The other route is you have the same ad creative as what's in your top of funnel, so it serves as a touch point. Or like the third option, and there's variations of this, is more like nurturing type of content. So you might have a carousel with reviews. You might have a carousel of like the story of your brand. Like I was working with a footwear brand. They got a whole story about how the slippers they produce are sustainable, and so they produce like a really nice branded piece of content, and we use that for retargeting because their price points was premium. They wouldn't do discounts or any of that stuff, and so that was what drove people bought into that. So you can have a few variations of that, like social proof, quality of the products. But yeah, you should really test like different things. Is that PPI? No, it's basically tax rebates, like pay-as-you-earn rebates. People who are employed that have overpaid. Do you primarily do B2C or B2B? At the moment, I'd say it's 50-50. B2B is easier, surprisingly. But it's about 50-50, yeah, at the moment. Do you do drop shipping or your own products? I don't do drop shipping. I don't really believe in it. I don't really see it work. But I do have my own products. I'm building one right now. If you're new here, this might be the first time you're seeing it. It's an AI media buyer. And then on top of that, I have another company that does tax rebates. And then I've had like other companies over the years, like startups and stuff. So this is what I'm building right now. Imagine plugging ChatGPT, but a better version, into Meta, and it can literally go into Meta and get whatever you need. Pre-recorded. Why do people keep saying these streams are pre-recorded? This is not pre-recorded. What makes you think that? It's because of the quality. If you're wondering how I'm doing this, like better mic setup, I'm using Streamlabs, and for all my life of doing TikTok up until 3 days ago, you couldn't live stream from an iMac. And then I don't know what's happened, like Streamlabs have done some kind of integration with TikTok directly, so you had to apply, and then they would give you a stream key, and so I can now stream from my iMac, which is game changer, because I used to use my phone. That was a pain in the ass. So a few people thought the streams were pre-recorded because of that reason. Can you show me the trend in RAS for the last 7 days? I counted an error date, not an index. Please try phrasing your question. Show me the trend in CTR by day, last 7 days. Oh, what are you doing? Do you know any good ad accounts that I can buy? Ad accounts that you can buy. There's one called Orange Trail. Can you run my ads for my AI automation service? My budget is 5K. Yeah, I can. I know how to get clients for AI automation. It's surprisingly easy. I did it for like, it's kind of an agency, but it's more of a SaaS company, to be honest. but they were doing voice agents for certain industries, like restaurants, salons. And I'll tell you right now what worked. So we had this like really cool ad. It was kind of like a mind-blowing ad as a conversation, and then the person would fill out the form to get called up by the AI. They get called up within like 5 seconds, and the AI agent would give them like a simulation, and then it would get them to book a call. I'm in Saudi. If you're in Saudi, I mean, Saudi's a good market. I struggle to find companies that aren't profitable in Saudi and Dubai and that part of the world. It's just not saturated like the US. You can't get your head around Facebook at all. What are you struggling to understand with Facebook? And I'll show you. Is it a bad idea? Wait, where's that comment gone? Is it a bad idea to increase my price from $40 to $50? Because your CPA is $15 to $25. Is it a bad idea? Not really. Like, the right answer is you got to test it, see what happens. You are going to see a bit of it, like a change in your CPA because you've changed the price. So there's almost like, it almost like loses its learning, has to rebuild. Might have ignored my message, but I won't be sad. Your message about LinkedIn, right? I'll try and get back to it tonight. I apologize. My DM's got a little bit crazy recently, so I keep missing things. Conversions to sales. What in particular, like, just the general process of an ad driving conversions, or like if you give me more context? Clayton, why are you getting banned? You must be doing something wrong. What are you selling? AB1 ENT. Dude, you got to tell me your real name. Otherwise, I just could call you AB1. I remember our conversation about LinkedIn. Like, you're now in this time of year where most people are going home. They're not going to be back till January. So it's going to be harder to pick up clients right now. So, if it were me, like, still post content, but I would almost go through a phase of trying to double down on like really high quality content that you produce from now until January. Have it ready. Have like 2 weeks worth of content ready to go. Start posting on TikTok. You're gonna get loads of attention. Go to TikTok over Christmas period. So a lot of people on LinkedIn, they'll find you on TikTok. Create the right ad set image and the sales on my website. Well, if we start with Facebook, like, I can show you right here. Like, this is the standard. You can take pictures or whatever if you want. But basically, like, you have in Facebook what's called top of funnel. Top of funnel is new people. They've never heard of you. So you want a campaign that is going for those people. So you literally just have one campaign. You could have one ad set if you want. Depends how much money you have. And that ad set, right now, I would say should just be broad. So no interest. And the actual targeting will come down to the ad creative. So you want to have variations. So like maybe 2 videos, 2 static. You can have a carousel. Do a carousel if you've got multiple SKUs. If you haven't, then you could try a carousel of like, I don't know, breaking down the product, breaking down the story, something like that, or reviews. And what you're doing is just driving people in these ads to your product landing page. And then you might have a second ad set that has, I think I did this for a footwear brand, so like different types of footwear interests. But actually what you're doing is you're just duplicating that first ad set. And then you could have a third ad set, you could do brand names. And then what you do once you've got some traffic is you start retargeting those people. I've got like videos where you can watch and kind of see that more detail, but essentially, instead of targeting nobody like broad or interest, you're creating a custom audience, which basically means you feed into Facebook that you want to show ads again to people that have engaged with you the last 30 days, something like that. And that's what you do here with retargeting. From your experience, how much ROAS can we get? How much ROAS can you get on 5K? Put it like this. When I was doing PPC, this is a different industry. I was doing PPC for my company that was doing NFT design and NFT development. We spent 8,000 and we made about 90,000 revenue, but that came in over about 3 months. So that was the ROAS we got. But it sounds a bit misleading because actually we were one of the first to market. We kind of got lucky. But I do believe there's a similar opportunity with AI. So it really comes down to your sales. Because with AI, you're actually solving a big problem for a lot of these companies. Like if you go to, I don't know, a hair salon and you're basically saying to them, you don't need to pay this person to sit on the desk taking calls. Like our AI will do it for you for $500 up front and $500 a month, whatever it is you're charging. And you can show them that and they test it out. It's a very easy sell because it's kind of a no-brainer. It's like, I need to cut my costs as a business. I'm open to doing this. Clayton, all right, man. I'll send you a message. What's your minimum fee for the AI stuff? And yeah, Ashley, apologies. I kind of went off topic, but I hope I kind of broke down like high level on the campaigns. On your website, like you need to have, an ideal product page would have images, video. You want social proof, so you want like UGC content ideally, people showing the product like on video. You want reviews, you want FAQ, break down the product in more like, I don't know what you're selling, but if it's, let's say shoes again, like what's the story, how are they made, where are they made, what's the quality like. Arab Gulf countries are untapped. Yeah, they are. I had a girl reach out once who was doing hair extensions and she was getting such a crazy ROAS. Like hair extensions are so basic. What is going on with Ads Manager? Come on. Fuck. Build my offer and think of show the clients what it can do. It's weird. Yeah, in my experience for like AI agency stuff, you just need to be able to show what it can do, and you need to be able to get the value communicated within the first like couple minutes of that call, because people are very skeptical of this stuff. They're also kind of worried. It's like questions of whether it's ethical, like should I get rid of my team and pay only $500 a month instead, you know? You need to also find money-hungry people who want to make a ton of money. They want to cut their costs. That kind of like motivated person is who you want. You don't want, your sort of local business in a small town that really just cares about the people that are employed. I can't get my CPC under €1. What could be the problem? The way to get there quickly is probably going to come down to the creative. So you've got to find a way to improve your click-through rate. Otherwise, you've got to look at your CPM. And how do you get your CPM lower? Wow, live meta ads. Yeah, this is live. But my screen, for whatever reason, on my browser is just... I can't even move it right now. What is it doing? Come on. I probably got too many things open. Start teaching us. What do you want to know? How to become a millionaire. Yeah, it's not that hard. Making 100k is the hardest, your first 100k. And then from there, like, you've got leverage behind you. But yeah, I think you've just got to build something that's valuable and can be sold loads and loads of times. I think the easiest way to do it is in tech. Yeah, you could go and launch like your own ecom brand, but it takes so much investment. It's very difficult. The guys I've worked with who've become rich in the quickest way have all launched tech companies. They've built them up. They've got like insane valuations and they've had an exit. And they've walked away with like 10 to 20 million, even more sometimes, because someone's bought them out. Meta's being very glitchy tonight. Oh, really? Meta's glitchy every day, honestly. It's fucking annoying. Let's have a look at the ad status. What product is this? This is fashion accessories. Here we go. Meta status. Of course. How to find UGC creators. There's platforms out there that will link you up, or you can go to an agency, or you find them yourself. I'm actually a fan of finding it myself. One way to do it is this. Let me change this right here, so UGC. So what you can do, right, is you can put in these search queries right here. So site, Instagram.com plus UGC plus Gmail. What it'll do is it'll pull out everybody on Instagram with those two keywords, UGC and Gmail.com. And so you can use like these Chrome extensions. I've got one called Email Extractor or something like that. And what it'll do is it'll like automatically pull out the Gmails. And then you just play around with this. So you could add London. So now it'll find UGC creators in London. And then you can also change that to TikTok. So you can build your list for free. And like what I would do if you're starting out is just mass email these people and try and gift them a product. A lot of these people will work for like pretty cheap or even for free sometimes, or in return for like a product. If you go out to someone who's got like 30,000 followers, sometimes even people with like 8,000 followers, they'll ask for payment. Do you know much on influencer marketing? Yeah, I mean, apart from this, I'd say go down the micro route. I've worked with some pretty big names, influencers, and they really don't drive that much revenue for these brands. There's a lot of influencers who are like kind of scamming. So they'll send you a media pack and like, oh yeah, I get X amount of people reached per week. This is my audience. Like we did it with a couple of female influencers in the UK. And it turns out really that the people that were interacting with them were Indian men. They're never going to buy from this UK brand. It's a waste of money. I worked with one influencer, they paid around 25k. I think we tracked about £4,000 worth of sales. It did absolutely nothing. But on the other hand, micro influencers, they have like huge upside. If you find people who are really authentic, really good at creating content, a couple thousand followers, and what you do is you pay them to create